Okay, we're back again. Okay, I'm back again. This time we will not be live streaming. This is being pre-recorded for technical reasons. And now we're live. So far we've done the y-axis, the x-axis, the z-axis, which is somehow here, and the extruder. Our next step that we're going to do now is the LCD assembly, the power supply, which is PSU, and the heated bed. For all that, we're going to need things such as 24 volt power supply. Previous versions were 12 volt. This one's 24 volt. We're going to need the LCD screen and cables. We're going to need the housing for LCD screen. Ta-da! And we're going to need power supply and LCD hardware packages. I'll open those as we need them. So let's get going. First will be okay, we're doing the LCD screen first. It's rated as easy. 11 steps. And time, just 15 and 20 minutes. Oh boy, that's putting the pressure on me, isn't it? So let's get the LCD hardware out. Back the power supply out of the way. I didn't show. The other item we needed was the heated bed. Okay, what's it want me to do? Do tools. I don't know why they always show you this. Okay. 4 10s and 4 square nuts. Oh no, 6 screws? Okay, we'll do that. 6 M310s and 1, 2, 3, 4 nuts. First step is to verify that the cables are installed correctly. This is off my old machine, so it's already done. But what we want to do is make sure that the cable with 2 black stripes on it hooks to, what's that called? EPX. Anyway, socket 2, and it's a very small layers right there. And this one, which also has a marking on it, but it's on the other side, has 1 black mark, goes to EPX 1. So that's already in place. Okay, it says to lay the controller like so. Cables towards me, green card edge towards me. And lay these out like so. Is that correct? Yep. And then just simply slide it into the notches right here. I had to file my notches a little bit so I know they slide right on. There we go. Now we take the cover. And face it here. It only goes in one way because this deep notch is for this green card right here. You just slide it in there. You may have to move these back and forth to make sure they fit their own notches. There we go. And the bottom of the card snaps right here, and you have to press pretty hard. There you go. Make sure it goes behind that low tab. And next, what we're going to do is just take 2 of the screws. They go in these corners only. You don't need any in the upper corners because we've got that tab holding them in place. Hello. There we go. These also screw directly into the plastic. There's no nuts behind them. Sooner or later they do. And tad bit snug, but they fit. Guess he didn't want that falling off, did he? Next, put the nuts in these little slots. Should be pretty routine for you by now. These are going to want to fall out, so you have to keep an eye on them. Set that like that. Working on the front of the frame. Pass these M3 by 10s from the back side forward, just like that. Trying to do this blind. I'm not getting much luck. There we go. And don't worry about the cables at this point, although you do want them underneath. I guess you do worry about them at this point. Already dropped 2 of the nuts out. Huh, no, I dropped all 4 of them out. There we go. And we get all those started, then we just snug them up. And that's that. Next is this thing. Put the little knobby on. It really doesn't matter which direction you put it on, because this thing just goes around and around and around. See, it just so. Ta-da! The LCD is done. Okay, we have the, depending on which kit you have, you'll either have the new textile wrap, which is strange, or you'll have a spiral wrap. I have the textile version. So I picked the textile instructions on the screen here. We're now in step 7, heat bed and PSU. Moderately difficult, 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And time required, yeah, well, we already covered that. 21 steps. We'll get started. First thing I want you to do is check, see which heat bed you have, because there's 2 different ones. I have the one with the non-soldered connectors, so I'll use the instructions for that one. There's also one that has soldered connectors. You could get either one. Okay. I need to open another package. Just for this, we're going to need the power cable, hardware, and connector covers. Keep a power cable, 2 M10s. Sure sounds familiar, doesn't it? 2 M10s. 2 M3 W washers. I think that is these guys. Oh. Yeah. And we're going to use, it looks like nylocks. Yep, 2 nylocks. There's a nylock. And there's a nylock. So it's very important to wire this correctly. This side's ground, this side's voltage. Black wire, which is this one. And we will use the looped ends. Got a washer. And that one goes to ground. I'll go ahead and start the nut. And the red wire goes to the voltage or hot side. And we do the old plier routine on the nuts. Tighten them down. You don't think those magnets are strong, do you? Awesome. Okay, before going further, it says check again that the black wire goes to ground, the red wire goes to the VCC connection or voltage. Could have mentioned that sooner. And they say these wires should be pointing more towards each other once you tighten them down. Suppose about that much will do it. That's about as much inclined towards each other as I can get them. The insulators are already touching, so we're going to call that good. Moving on to step 6. You know, it's this cloth sleeve, which I've never used before, so this will be interesting. The covers. Wow. Hey, Mom. These were printed using that texture bed. It is awesome. Okay, moving on. Sorry, sidetrack. 3 10s and 3 just plain nuts. 3 M3 10s, 3 hex nuts. And we're in business, I think. Okay, take the cover. Haven't seen this before. This was printed using a new PEI powder coated flex sheet, and this is the side that was on the bed, believe it or not. It is simply awesome. Hey, look at that. Love it. Okay, I digress. Or I got sidetracked or something. There's my squishy pliers. Oh, come on. These are Robo Grip. I have a big pair and this little pair. They are the neatest pliers on the planet. Automatically adjust to whatever diameter item you have. That cool? And I've printed soft jaws for these with my 3D printer, which maybe I should have on here right now, but I don't. Okay. My mind, this is going to be interesting. No, it's not. Okay, we're good. It says to make sure these screws are seated all the way, and I think they are. Oh, this one might not be. And turn the bed over. Put the single screw towards the bed itself on this side. Ooh, pretty. And put a screw in here. Now, something's not right. Oh, that's a soldered one. That's why it looks different. Okay. You want to run a thermistor wire to the outer edge of the bed around here, right? There it says. Not sure why he's picky, but he is, so we'll go with it. Oh, I see what's that going. Okay. Get that there. And we'll get the fabric wrap, which looks like this. I've never seen this stuff before. There we go. And it's kind of like GM tubing, only it's fabric. And you have to spread it apart. Like so, and it just snaps back together. But we want to get these wires starting here because the covers for these wires are going to anchor this thing in place. So that's why we're doing it right now. Okay, it's just as much of a pain as GM tubing. Try the old trick of putting your finger in here first. There we go. Okay, it sort of worked. Okay, we got a starter. Then I want you to push that tubing up until it's up inside the plastic cover. And now we're going to install the plastic cover. Make sure the thermistor wire is on the outside of the center screw. Ooh, nifty. Somebody didn't ring out the hole. Okay, I'm going to take a little different approach here. This should slide right through there. We'll get the handy dandy round 3mm file. Yeah, no wonder. Still snug. But now they'll go. Oh, let me guess. Same problem with this hole here. There we go. Remember, snug, firm snug is enough. And that's how that looks. Turned out real nice. Now finish wrapping the cable. You make it sound so easy. I don't think I'm skilled at this. I just happen to think of this. Come on. Well, that worked slick, didn't it? Okay, I like that. Okay, now we get tricky. We need the countersunk screws, 6 of those, and or 9 of those, and these itty bitty spacers, 9 of those. Bear with me, I'll get them out here. Three, and 9 countersunks. 3, and 3. What size Allen head? These are not going to be that size. And they are not that size. And they are not that size. Or, ooh, they are. Get the right Allen screw for them. And what does it want us to do? Okay. Okay, it wants me to bring the Y carriage all the way forward. Like so. And place the heated bed behind it. Like so. Now what are we going to do, troops? Okay, to center hole the Y carriage, place a spacer on top of the hole. Ding. Wow, that was difficult. Push Allen key through the middle hole on the heat bed and place it over spacer using Allen key. That's ingenious. Well, not ingenious, but it'll work. Basically, we're putting an Allen through there and using it to line up on the spacer underneath. Well, we were. Okay, smaller Allen. Now, everything should be lined up. Apparently everything's not lined up. Regroup. Yes, it's dark under there. Try it again. Just take it down to it just touches the bed. Don't go any tighter. At least not yet. Because we have 8 more of these puppies to put in. Well, I guess you know where this is going. Get the right wrench for these again. And I'm going to grab the spacers, name those pliers, like so. We're going to put them underneath each one of these, between the bed. Oh, there's magnets under there. That's cool. And once again, we'll use Allen to get it lined up, like that. In fact, I think I'll do a couple of them. That'll help with the whole process, I think. magnets. Don't want to use that one, I'll use this one. No, I won't use that one. I'll use this one. There we go. I can kind of press them together with my fingers so nothing moves. Drop a screw in. Find something to spin it down with. There we go. Again, these have low resistance because there's powder coating in the threaded holes. I cannot wait to try out this flex bed. But means it's a Prusa product, you take it one step at a time, don't jump ahead. Just snug. Now you gotta do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Just like the others. The magnets in there keep grabbing my needle nose. Got these a little too snug. I need room to get these things under there. That one shows a little bit of resistance. It's okay. I did while I was after dinner, I put the rubber feet on here. So now I have to lift this thing to turn it. And the reason I said put the rubber feet on is the instructions said to. Because once this LCD is mounted, it'll hit the deck if you don't have those rubber feet under there. Hey, look at that. They're not going anywhere. Yeah, I dropped it. Hang on. Got it. Back these screws off a little bit so I can tilt this bed up. There we go. long as I'm having so much fun with the needle nose, I'll go ahead and get these in. Last one in. Get past the magnets, that is. 2 more screws and we're home free. Before discovering Prusa, I actually owned 2 printer bots. And after I got my first Prusa, both of those pretty much sat. Because the Prusa absolutely blew them out of the water. And now, PrinterBot is gone. Closed their doors here, I don't know, 2 months ago or so. No, it's official. You can read it about it. Okay. Don't fully tighten the screws. Our screws are in place. Center screw. Tighten them in the following order. Following order? Center screw first, 4 edge screws, and then you tighten the 4 corner screws. So we'll do them in that order. And that, my friends, is the heated deck. Now we're going to do the power supply, which is this big puppy right here. Turn this around so I can work on it. The feet also, should have put them on early because it keeps you from setting the frame on the wires. And that's, you know, not a good idea. Power supply. Let's see, where's a good place for you to see what's going on here? Turn it more towards you, I guess. Close enough. It says I need the power supply. This is an automatic switcher between 110 and 220. There is no switch to set. It automatically determines that. 4 M4 10 screws. No, 2 of them. With round heads. Moving up in the world, we're using a round-headed or dome-headed screw. And I want us to use, I think, 4 of these. 2. Oops. 3. 4. Hello. 4. 4. There's one. 4 of them. Okay. One of these screws is going to go right where the Z frame is. So turning both Z rods together, you can either raise it or lower it. I'll lower it to get access to that screw hole. What I'm doing here is I already know the bottom of this screw hole might be too tight. I've already done that one, and I'll do this one. Make sure I got a little extra to work with. Yeah, right there. That should be enough. That's not officially in the manual, but that's what I did. One screw started. Two screws started. This is in the main frame. And now I have to position these retainers so I can pick them up with the screws. Oops, let's do this differently. There we go. There we go, look at that one lined. That one I can see. I think we're going to have to take those screws out, take this one out, take that out, take these two out, because these screws should slide through these holes, and they're not, and I separate this piece a little bit. Oh no, it is a separate piece anyway. So, back to the file routine. Boy, those are not even close. That one won't fit in there. This file has a little bit of a curve to the surface here, so maybe it'll work better. Okay, plan B. Screws are 4, not quite 4. This is, yeah, that's too small too. What else have I got? No, too big. Way too big. Too big, too big, too big, too big. Try this again. It helps if you zero out the micrometer. Yeah, still. Yeah. .354. Maybe a bit large. It's still a bit small. Okay, pull out the big guns. Childproof? Nope, I got in. Oh sure, what I need's missing. No. Well, looks like we just keep filing. Keep turning them, and then keep turning them, and I'll kind of ream out those holes on their own. Hey Joseph, those don't fit. 4x10 screws. No. But since we have plenty of 3x10s, that is what we're going to use. So, just snug enough to hold things in place until I get the other one started. Like that. Now we'll try this again. Much better plan. Okay. Just make sure everything's snug and go ahead and tighten it. In the Mark II, with the rods for a frame, this is actually part of what stiffened up the wobble that some people experienced with the previous model. With this model, the frame is so stiff, this really doesn't serve that purpose. But it is mounted in such a way that it does serve that purpose. Didn't make any sense, did it? What time is it? Anybody know what time it is?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. That would be PM, Pacific Standard Time Ski. The heated bed and the PSU are done. That's it for this segment. PSU. Spin this puppy around. Heated bed and LCD screen. All done. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell down there for notifications of our next live stream. Or, yeah, close enough. Bye.